Here with Thunder head coach Rich Kromm for a weekly update on how the Thunder are doing. And Coach, going back to last week, a difficult 4-game stretch for you guys during a very busy month of November. You guys go 1-2-0-1 and actually lose 2 in a row for only the first time this season, albeit with a point against the Bakersfield Condors last night in a shootout loss. What's your takeaway from a very difficult stretch?
Well, I think that we had been going pretty good, and obviously we knew coming into November that this was going to be a difficult part of the season for us with a lot of games. Fortunately, a lot of those games are at home, so we want to be able to take advantage of that. I don't think we played particularly well in our last 2 games. I thought our best period probably in the last 6 periods was the last period, the third period of last night's game where we rallied, came from behind and got the lead, and then eventually lost that lead and lost in a shootout. Hate going into shootouts because to me it's not a real good way to end a game where your whole team is competed and then only certain players get to compete in it. But it is what it is, and it was an unfortunate end to that game for us after a good rally in the third period.
And you talk about that rally. It's been difficult for the Thunder to have success in the third period. A lot of the time, though, you guys have been playing with a lead and have had to protect that, but not so the case last night. You guys do come back. Does that maybe give you a little bit of momentum going forward as you guys have another very difficult stretch this week with 4-5 and 3-3 on the weekend?
I think so. It should. The guys should be able to build off that, understanding that we don't want to get into a hole, especially at home, but we have the ability to come out of it. If we get 18 guys pulling the rope in the same direction, good things can happen, and that's what happened in the third period last night.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the talk this week has been on the lack of depth on the blue line. You guys have lost a lot of bodies after having some players called up to the AHL. Now with just 5 official defensemen on the roster, you guys turn to Ben Rosen, a former defenseman converted to forward at Boston University for his first game on the blue line with this team last night. How'd you think he did?
Good. I was real happy with the way he played. He kept it fairly simple, made some good breakout plays, didn't get beat, was good defensively. I thought real solid effort by Ben and contributed a little bit offensively as well. So nice for us to be able to look to him in a time when we really are in need of defensemen. And those guys got worn out a little bit against Ontario, and it was good for him to be able to come in and help us out.
And it's not just the blue line that has had some players called up. Overall, you guys have had now 6 players go up to the AHL. Parker Milner, the goaltender, being the latest one, as the Islanders have dealt with a little bit of an injury situation. But you guys did get 2 players back. Jason Clark, Greg Miller, 2 forwards sent down. They've been able to fill in, played 2 games with you. Miller gets that goal against Bakersfield. What are your thoughts from the play of the 2 new guys settling into the team?
I thought both guys looked a little bit rusty in game 1 and probably nervous. They haven't been playing a whole lot up there, so their minutes are certainly going to go up when they come down here and play. We only play with the 10 forwards typically, and up there they use 4 lines, and if you're on the 4th line, sometimes you're not playing a lot. And really for them it was just getting kind of to know their teammates in that game 1. I thought much better last night. I thought Milner made some great plays, scored a huge goal for us. Clark worked hard, used his speed to the outside a couple times, and he's a big body that is a workhorse, and I saw a little bit of that last night coming out of his game. So pretty happy with their performance last night.
All right. Thank you very much to Coach Rich Kromm, the head coach of the Stockton Thunder, who do have 4 games in 5 days coming up this week, including 3 this weekend, for Share Your Thanksgiving. You can bring down canned food to the Stockton Arena to receive $1 off your ticket to a minimum price of $7 per ticket, and season ticket holders can bring down a canned food item to get their name entered in a raffle to enter to win a suite later on this season. We'll hope to see you there, or remember you can listen to broadcasts online via StocktonThunder.com or through AmericaOne.com.